Yo, what's up you guys, welcome back to a new video. And in today's video I'm going to do the usual weekly market breakdown from a technical as well as a fundamental perspective. We're going to take a look at the dollar index, Nasdaq, the Dow Jones, as well as Euro USD and gold. Now before we continue, I just want to say Eid Mubarak to all Muslim subscribers and everyone who is celebrating Eid Mubarak today, Eid today. That goes for all of you. I hope you guys have a blessed day. And then apart from that, don't forget about the HFT system giveaway that we have running as well. One lucky subscriber will walk away with the HFT system. I will educate you on how to use it. Then that means you'd be able to pass your own accounts with companies that allow us to use of HFT. Also, please let me know in the comments below which prop firm it is that you use. There I got a notification, it's load setting coming through again, so I just need to get this video out the way. So yes, without any further ado guys, please let me know which prop firm you use in the comment below. Make sure you sub to the channel so that you can also walk away with it also, and let me know the name of your prop firm. Now before we continue, it's important to understand, to look at what news events we had last week, and then obviously use that information to carry us over into the next week. Now a lot of people had asked me in terms of order flow information and why order flow information is not sustainable. It's because there's a delay in the information that when it's released. So with order flow information, the data is published on the Tuesday, it's released to the public on the Friday, so it makes no sense to look at it as part of a confluence for us when making a trading decision to go into the next week, right? That is why I don't rely that much on order flow information. Now last week we had unemployment claims basically came through higher. It just means people are starting to lose jobs again, because when someone files for an unemployment claim, it means that people are losing jobs because they need to file for we call it the UIF, that's what we call it in South Africa, basically, which gives us an indication that inflation is still on the rise, potentially in the back end, and that is why people are losing jobs, because people will, but I'll guarantee you that NFP is still going to come through positive. That's why I said data coming from the labor statistics in US has been it's been very confusing, but we have to go with what we see. This gives us an indication that inflation is still on the rise in the back end, and which means a stronger dollar, which is what I thought we saw yesterday as well. This week we've got consumer confidence coming through, basically get a view of the public and see how they feel about the economy. We've got the GDP, the gross domestic product, which is a combination of the economy in a whole, jobs, sales, and everything else. And then we've got the core PCE, we've got more unemployment claims, we've got the the employment cost index coming through there as well. Now we're gonna go off the price action that we currently have being stable on the index, and I do believe that the major move that we are waiting for on the index, or if you look at the Nasdaq hasn't been moving, but it's probably been blowing a couple of accounts. So if you go look at the Nasdaq on the daily time frame, you can see that monthly candle hasn't done much, and this month is almost over. Yo, can you believe it? You can see the Nasdaq had basically come in that level, and we can see this was on the 1st of April. The Nasdaq came into that range, and it's been moving sideways for this entire month. And a lot of people would say, yeah, we bought and we sold, which was probably a good thing to do there as well. However, next week is a very important week, not this week coming, the week thereafter. This is a very important week. We've got very important information that's being released, such as the Federal Reserve interest rate, the press conference, which then includes the NFP data once again there as well. First article we're going to go over is from CNBC. It says here, stocks ends Friday session, little change, Dow Jones snaps 4-week win. It says here the Dow Jones ended little changed Friday and finished lower for the week as investors evaluated the latest earning results, concerns of disappointing profits, which kind of leads us to think why we had the unemployment claims coming through higher as well, as opposed to the 240,000 we had before to the 245,000 we have. Obviously the job numbers will not look good because people are not spending as much as they should because interest rates is still high. This week we are going to continue the sideway movement that we can see on the index. What I did anticipate the first time, if you guys do remember, I anticipated the market to go from here, then continue higher there, pull back, print this inverted head and shoulders pattern before this move to the upside. However, it's clear that the market's waiting for a lot of much better news now, because we can see it was just stuck in a range. However, my bias still remains because we are in bullish territory. I do expect the market to continue higher. What I mean by that is we can see the market printed this level of support over here. The market then broke below support. That support became a resistance. Resistance got broken. That resistance became support. The market came back to test it. And the key level that we can expect the market to continue to moving into next week potentially will be this level over there. And again, like I said, the only thing that's going to give us a clear indication is going to be the Fed interest rate decision that's going to take place in 2 weeks from now. Next up, we've got the Nasdaq. Now, in terms of the Nasdaq, you can see the Nasdaq is stuck between support and resistance, which is what the markets consist of. But again, if you were the guy that was running on these time frames, right, on these 1 minute time frames, you'd have probably made use of these opportunities, or the 15-minute time frame. But I don't know what kind of trader you are, but basically based off where I'm sitting, you know, I need to see a clear break of this level being broken, and then that resistance would become support. We could potentially ride that continuation to the downside. Again, I'm not leaving room for, you know, for this to take place here as well, but this could be potentially the move that we can see as well. As always, I will monitor the price action and keep you guys up to date there as well. I don't know what that means. That was the video I did. That was the notes for the video I did on the, what you call it, the prop firms. Any case, so we've got the Dow Jones here. As you can see, Dow Jones hasn't been moving much there as well. Also been literally also just trending on the side. Again, like I said before, there is some clearance on the Dow Jones to continue this move. Alternatively, you can see that like someone who trades smart, the smart money concept will tell you that the market needs to come and fill in this imbalance, okay, or new balance, or whatever balance there as well. So this is the two potential moves. Again, you're more than happy to trade the range if you want to, but I just choose not to do it personally there as well. And then we've got Euro USD. Now Euro USD, if you remember, the price is sitting at that level, and I anticipated this move down there to the 61.8 if I do remember it correctly. There we go, to the 61.8. A potential continuation to the upside? Yes, no, we don't know. The market had broken below the strong level of resistance, back to tested support. Support did not hold. The market's back to test it as a resistance once again. I highly anticipate a pullback to this level there as well before any continuation is made to the upside for us also. Next up, we've got gold. Gold has been quite well, I expected gold to be bullish, but you know, gold's got some clearance to the upside. However, as traders, we have to be reactive and not predictive, and we need to learn to adapt to the ever-changing market environment there as well. So I do anticipate.
Could you try again?
I don't know. Like, I wasn't even talking to this thing. But in any case, so we are expecting one of these moves to take place, because the reason why I can't be 100% upfront with which way we are going to go is that if you look at the price of the dollar index, right, and gold in the last couple of months, they used to be negatively correlated in terms of gold being priced in dollars. Nowadays, you'd see gold move up and the dollar move up. And the reason you see things like this happen in the market is that gold is considered a safe haven and precious metals is a safe haven. If there's a crisis that's taking place somewhere in the world, people are going to flock and they're going to buy gold, they're going to buy the dollar also. So we live in a world of uncertainty where things comes out of nowhere. You're busy sitting here buying something at support, then the news comes out and they wipe you out. And you go like, this is supposed to happen, this is not supposed to happen. So at the end of the day, I can't be 100% sure about what's going to happen with gold. Because why? Because of the correlation. You know, in the past I used to look at the dollar index, but nowadays gold's moving, the dollar is moving, they're both moving the same way. So I'm going to leave it to that. It's better to wait for the breakout and then trade it from there. You can always gamble your money with lower time frames there as well, but I would suggest that you don't do it. Okay, guys, that is it from my side. Don't forget, you do have opportunity to win the HFT system that will allow you to pass your own funder accounts also, and then obviously I will educate you how to use it, and I'll add you to a list of other people who's got access to it, and you can all just look cool if you want to. Guys, that is it from my side. Have a beautiful weekend. It's very cold here in Cape Town, you know, and that is it from my side. I don't know why I'm doing these hand gestures. I've been speaking to so many people in the US, you know, that they do these hand gestures. But guys, thank you for your time, and as always, cheers for yes.